The objective today is to understand powers and exponents. When do we use powers and exponents? When you multiply the same number several times, you can write equivalent expressions using an exponent. So for example, if you have the multiplication 2 times 2 times 2, you can write an equivalent expression as 2 to the power of 3. And you write that 3 on top of the 2 in a smaller version. And 2 to the power of 3 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4, and then 4 times 2, that will be your 8. Suppose that you have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. You are multiplying 3 4 times, so an equivalent expression will be 3 to the power of 4. So 3 to the power of 4 will be 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 3 is 9, and then you multiply 9 times 9 equals 81. So the number that is being multiplied several times is called our base. And that little number on the top is the exponent. That will be how many times your base is going to be multiplied. It is also called a power. So let's do some examples. Expand out 5 to the power of 2, then get the answer. So if we want to expand this expression, 5 to the power of 2 means 5 multiplied 2 times, so 5 times 5, and then we get the answer. 5 times 5 is 25. In the next example, we want to write an equivalent expression using an exponent. So 4 is being multiplied several times. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 will be our exponent. 4 will be our base. So 4 to the power of 6 will be our equivalent expression. You can also see exponents using decimals or using fractions, and we apply the same rule. If we have 4 tenths to the power of 3, or 0.4 to the power of 3, if we want to get the answer of this expression, we need to expand first. So here we have 0.4 times 0.4 times 0.4. Our base is 4 tenths, and we multiply it 3 times. To get the answer, we can start multiplying the first two. So if you remember our previous lesson on how to multiply decimals, if you don't remember, I am going to leave the link here in the description so you can have a refresher on multiplying decimals. We multiply 0.4 times 0.4 first. To multiply decimals, you can get rid of the decimals for a moment. Multiply only the whole number, so 4 times 4 is 16. Then bring them back. Count how many decimals each number has. So for example, the first one has 1 and the second one has another one. So in total we have two decimal points that we need to bring back. So 1, 2. So the answer of the first multiplication is 0.16 or 16 hundredths. Then we need to multiply that times our last 0.4. So 0.16 times 0.4. How many decimals in total? 1, 2, 3. So I'll keep that in mind. I need to bring 3 decimals back at the end. You can get rid of the decimals now and just multiply the whole numbers. So 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4. 5, 6. And then we bring the decimals back. We already knew that it was 3 decimal places. So bring them back. 1, 2, 3. If you don't have enough digits, don't forget to add that 0. So the final answer is 64 thousandths or 0.064. If we have fractions, we apply the same rule. So 1/6 to the power of 2 will be 1/6 times 1/6. 1/6 is your base and 2 is your exponent. How many times you need to multiply 1/6? If you don't remember how to multiply fractions, I also have a video on that. If you need a refresher, I will leave it here in the description for you. When we multiply fractions, we just multiply numerators and then denominators. So 1 times 1 is 1. And then 6 times 6 is 36. Check if you can simplify your fraction, but in this case, that will be our final answer. There are some special exponents to learn. What happens when the exponent is 1? If you have 13 to the power of 1, that means that you are only going to work with 1/13. There is no other 13 to be multiplied. So the answer of 13 to the power of 1 is just that same number, the base, 13. But what happens when the exponent is 0? The most typical mistake here is that some of you will think that 7 to the power of 0 is 0, but this is incorrect. Learn this rule. Any number to the 0 power is always 1. So 8 to the power of 0, that will be 1. 1.5 to the power of 0, that's also 1. And 12,243 to the power of 0 is always 1. Okay, so now is your turn. Find the answer of the following problems. You can take your notebook now out or a piece of paper, solve these problems with the rules that we just learned, and then click play and you will see the solution at the end of this video. Don't forget to like this video, share and subscribe. If you have any objective that you want me to explain, please let me know through my social media or my Gmail at NumeritosTv, and in Twitter also at NumeritosTv. Bye!